Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 5 Minutes PM podcast. Today, directly from Amman, Jordan, Middle East, from the Executive Forum for Organization Success, a great event promoted by my friend Philip Diab from the Leadership Information in conjunction with the PMI Jordan chapter. A great event with about 150 people from the very executive level to discuss not only project management, but leadership, governance, execution, and strategy. A very well done event. So it's not only speeches, but a very good discussion. So this event was split in four different panels to discuss. So for each panel, one keynote speaker address for about 20 minutes, and then we have something like 1 hour to discuss in depth that topic. The first topic was leadership, where Greg Ballestero, the president and CEO of PMI, did a speech talking about the price of the success, how to develop leaders, and how to promote the soft skills. And then we had a very good discussions talking about when it's time to live, when it's time to open space for new leadership. Do we need to have one leader or many leaders in the organization? And that panel was fantastic with two ladies from Jordan and one gentleman from Saudi Aramco. So they discussed about the women position and the leadership coming from the women's side. So it was a very good discussions also to understand business, to understand project, and to understand leadership. The second topic was governance. Promoted, and the keynote at that time was Linda Crumpton, the president and CEO of BoardSource. BoardSource is a nonprofit organization to help the board development, mostly for nonprofit companies. And then they discussed a lot of things regarding ethics, regarding complexity. And one of the most nice things that I heard from this topic was, as your business, as your project become more complex, the governance becomes even more required. This was very nice, and how you can assure that all the supply chain is working in an ethical way with great governance. So we discussed the problem with supply chain, the problem regarding global markets, and then I heard for the first time the concept of Chief Globalization Officer. I really enjoyed this. The gentleman that takes care of the globalization aspect. The third topic was execution, and I led this topic. I did a 20-minute speech about how we can transform innovation into results. It's pointless to have good ideas if we cannot transform good ideas in good results. So it's all about project management. So we discussed this, and I tried all the time to make a bridge with good governance and also leadership. Because with proper leadership, it's very, very hard to execute the change. And governance will assure that we're doing this in a very ethical and professional way. After my presentation, we finished the day with the strategy panel, and that was led by Philip Diab. He did a presentation talking about how important it is to address strategy and to know the focus and to know where the company is going and how to translate this into good projects. So for me, even the highlight of all the Congress yesterday was the best execution does not mean to be the perfect execution. This is the sentence that I will bring back home. This was said by the CEO of Pharmacy One, talking about how to transform strategy in execution. So we were discussing about the challenges of do a project with different cultural aspects. We discussed a lot about culture. And then he said this, we always look for the perfect execution, and we struggle because there is no perfect execution. We need to look for the best execution. So this was for me the highlight. A very productive day. I spent a wonderful time here, and I strongly suggest those who are not aware about the Middle East to come here. This is my second time here this year. It's great to see such a nice people and a very warm people. They really like to exchange and they really like to improve their knowledge. So it's a must-come place for everybody to understand here. I had the opportunity today to go quickly to Petra and to visit this World Heritage. And it's amazing. I was walking there and I imagine how these people could build this. 2,200 years ago. Imagine the leadership, the governance, the ability to execute, and the strategy. And we started our tour through a sick, like a canyon. And they did that to protect the city against all the invaders. So it was really, really very impressive how they can do that they could do that something like 2,200 years ago with leadership, governance, execution, and strategy. I hope you enjoyed this podcast. This is my last visit and business trip this year. So I hope you enjoy it. Next year, we'll talk another topic and also talk a little bit about the results of 2009 and perspectives for 2010. See you next week with another 5 Minutes PM podcast. Bye.